Have you ever wondered how government rules and regulations are updated? In this video, we'll take you through the fascinating journey of how laws and rules evolve over time. From the initial recognition of a need for change to the final implementation, updating government rules is a complex but essential process. Understanding this process helps us appreciate the checks and balances that keep our society functioning smoothly. Let's start by exploring why rules need to be updated in the first place, and what triggers these important changes. Rules and regulations are not set in stone. Over time, society changes, technology advances, and new challenges arise. These shifts often reveal gaps or outdated aspects in existing laws. For example, the rise of the internet created the need for new rules around online privacy and cybersecurity. Sometimes, public opinion or social movements highlight the need for reform. In other cases, court decisions or international agreements may require updates to national laws. All these factors contribute to the ongoing evolution of government rules. The first step in updating a rule is identifying the need for change. This can come from various sources: government agencies, lawmakers, advocacy groups, or even ordinary citizens. Sometimes, a problem becomes apparent through news reports or research studies. Other times, a crisis or scandal exposes weaknesses in current regulations. Once the need is recognized, discussions begin about what kind of change is necessary and how it might be achieved. Once the need for an update is clear, the next step is drafting a proposal. This is usually done by experts, legal advisors, or government officials. The proposal outlines the specific changes to be made and the reasons behind them. It may include background research, data analysis, and comparisons with similar rules in other countries. The goal is to create a clear, effective, and justifiable plan for updating the rule. After a proposal is drafted, it's time for consultation. This means sharing the draft with stakeholders, such as industry groups, advocacy organizations, and the general public. Feedback is collected through meetings, public hearings, or online platforms. This step ensures that different perspectives are considered and that the proposed changes are practical and fair. Sometimes, feedback leads to significant revisions before the proposal moves forward. With feedback incorporated, the proposal is submitted to the legislative body, such as a parliament or Congress. Lawmakers review the proposal, debate its merits, and may suggest further amendments. This stage can involve several readings, committee reviews, and detailed discussions. The legislative review ensures that the proposed changes are thoroughly examined and that all potential impacts are considered before any decision is made. After thorough review, lawmakers vote on whether to accept, reject, or further amend the proposal. Voting procedures vary by country and legislative body, but the principle is the same. Elected representatives decide if the rule should be updated. A majority vote is usually required for the proposal to pass. If it's rejected, the process may start over or be abandoned. If approved, the proposal moves to the next stage. Once a proposal passes the legislative vote, it often requires approval from the executive branch, such as the president, prime minister, or relevant minister. This step acts as a final check, ensuring the new rule aligns with broader government policies and priorities. In some cases, the executive can veto the proposal, sending it back to lawmakers for further consideration or revision. After receiving all necessary approvals, the updated rule is officially published. This may be done in government gazettes, official websites, or through press releases. Publication ensures that everyone, citizens, businesses, and officials knows about the new rule. Notification is crucial for transparency and compliance, giving people time to understand and adapt to the changes. With the rule now official, government agencies begin the process of implementation. This involves updating procedures, training staff, and sometimes creating new departments or systems. Implementation can be straightforward or complex, depending on the nature of the rule. The goal is to ensure that the new regulation is followed in practice, not just on paper. Once a rule is in effect, monitoring compliance becomes a priority. Government inspectors, auditors, or regulatory bodies check whether individuals and organizations are following the new requirements. Monitoring can involve site visits, audits, or reviewing reports. This ongoing oversight helps identify any issues or unintended consequences early on. If someone fails to comply with the updated rule, enforcement actions may be taken. This could include warnings, fines, or even legal proceedings. The aim is not just to punish, but to encourage compliance and protect the public interest. Enforcement ensures that the rule has real impact and that everyone is held to the same standard. After a rule has been in place for some time, it's important to review and evaluate its effectiveness. Are the intended goals being met? Are there any unexpected problems? Evaluation may involve collecting data, consulting stakeholders, and comparing outcomes to predictions. If issues are found, further updates or adjustments may be recommended. The process of updating government rules is ongoing. As society continues to change, new needs and challenges will emerge. Governments must remain flexible and responsive, ready to update rules as necessary. Continuous improvement ensures that regulations stay relevant and effective, serving the best interests of the public. Public participation plays a vital role in updating government rules. Citizens can voice their opinions through consultations, petitions, or public hearings. Engaged citizens help ensure that rules reflect the values and needs of the community. Governments often encourage participation to build trust and legitimacy in the rulemaking process. Transparency is a cornerstone of effective rulemaking. Governments are expected to clearly communicate proposed changes, the reasons behind them, and how decisions are made. Open processes allow for greater accountability and help prevent corruption or favoritism. Transparency also makes it easier for people to understand and comply with new rules. Checks and balances are built into the rule updating process to prevent abuse of power. Multiple branches of government, legislative, executive, and sometimes judicial, are involved in reviewing and approving changes. This system ensures that no single group can make or change rules without oversight, protecting the interests of all citizens. In today's interconnected world, international agreements and organizations often influence national rule updates. Treaties, trade agreements, and global standards can require countries to change their laws. This helps ensure consistency and cooperation across borders, especially in areas like environmental protection, trade, and human rights. Technology plays a growing role in both the need for and the process of updating rules. Digital tools make it easier to gather feedback, analyze data, and communicate changes. At the same time, new technologies often create challenges that existing laws were not designed to address, prompting further updates. Sometimes, emergencies require rapid updates to government rules. Natural disasters, pandemics, or security threats may prompt temporary or expedited changes. In such cases, governments may use special procedures to act quickly, while still aiming to protect rights and maintain accountability. Advocacy groups often play a key role in pushing for rule updates. They raise awareness, conduct research, and lobby lawmakers to address specific issues. Their efforts can bring attention to problems that might otherwise be overlooked, ensuring that diverse voices are heard in the rulemaking process. Courts can play a role in updating rules through judicial review. If a rule is challenged in court, judges may interpret, uphold, or strike down the regulation. Their decisions can prompt lawmakers to revise or clarify rules, ensuring they are constitutional and fair. Data and research are essential in the rule updating process. Evidence-based policymaking relies on accurate information to identify problems, predict impacts, and measure results. Governments often commission studies or consult experts to ensure that rule changes are grounded in facts, not just opinions. Updating rules often involves balancing competing interests. Lawmakers must consider the needs of businesses, consumers, workers, and the environment. Finding the right balance is challenging, but it's essential for creating fair and effective regulations that benefit society as a whole. Before updating a rule, governments often conduct a cost-benefit analysis. This process weighs the expected benefits of the change against the potential costs. The goal is to ensure that the new rule provides more value than it takes away, making the best use of public resources. Sometimes, governments test new rules through pilot programs before full implementation. These small-scale trials help identify potential problems and gather feedback. Successful pilots can lead to wider adoption, while unsuccessful ones provide valuable lessons for future updates. When a rule is updated, education and outreach are crucial. Governments use campaigns, workshops, and online resources to inform the public and help everyone understand the new requirements. Effective outreach increases compliance and reduces confusion. The media plays a significant role in the rule updating process. News outlets report on proposed changes, public debates, and the impact of new rules. Media coverage helps keep citizens informed and can influence public opinion, which in turn affects the rulemaking process. Many governments now use digital platforms to update rules. These online systems make it easier to share proposals, collect feedback, and track progress. Digital rulemaking increases accessibility and allows more people to participate in the process, regardless of location. Some rules are managed by specialized regulatory agencies. These agencies have expertise in areas like health, finance, or the environment. They often lead the process of updating technical regulations, ensuring that rules keep pace with industry developments and scientific advances. Public hearings are a common part of the rule updating process. These meetings allow citizens, experts, and stakeholders to express their views directly to decision makers. Hearings promote transparency and help ensure that all perspectives are considered before a rule is finalized. Experts play a crucial role in updating rules. Their knowledge and experience help ensure that regulations are based on sound science and best practices. Governments often consult experts when drafting proposals, analyzing impacts, or evaluating results. Clear legal language is essential for effective rules. Ambiguous or confusing wording can lead to misunderstandings and disputes. Governments strive to write rules that are precise, understandable, and accessible to everyone, reducing the risk of misinterpretation. Updating rules isn't just about adding new ones. Sometimes, outdated or ineffective rules are amended or repealed. This process helps streamline regulations, remove unnecessary burdens, and ensure that the legal framework remains relevant. Some rules include sunset clauses, which set an expiration date for the regulation. This ensures that rules are regularly reviewed and updated as needed. If a rule is still necessary, it can be renewed. If not, it automatically expires, preventing outdated laws from lingering. Updating rules often requires coordination between multiple government agencies. Effective communication and collaboration help avoid conflicts, close loopholes, and ensure that new rules are consistent across different sectors. Many rule updates include a public comment period. During this time, anyone can submit feedback or concerns about the proposed changes. Public comments are reviewed and can lead to further revisions, making the process more democratic and responsive. Before finalizing a rule update, governments often conduct impact assessments. These studies predict how the change will affect different groups, the economy, and the environment. Impact assessments help identify potential risks and benefits, guiding better decision-making. Sometimes, updated rules face legal challenges in court. Individuals or organizations may argue that the new rule is unfair, unconstitutional, or conflicts with other laws. Courts review these challenges and may uphold, modify, or overturn the rule, ensuring that all regulations meet legal standards. Ethical considerations are important in rule updates. Governments must ensure that new rules respect human rights, promote fairness, and avoid discrimination. Ethics committees or advisors may be consulted to review proposals and ensure they align with core values. Not all rule updates involve laws passed by legislatures. Many changes happen through administrative rules set by government agencies. These rules guide day-to-day operations and are often updated more frequently to keep up with changing needs. Local governments also update rules to address community-specific needs. City councils, county boards, and other local bodies can pass ordinances or regulations that reflect local priorities, often working in coordination with national laws. Let's look at a case study. Environmental law. As scientific understanding of climate change has grown, governments worldwide have updated rules to reduce emissions, protect natural resources, and promote sustainability. These updates often involve complex negotiations and require balancing economic, social, and environmental interests. To sum up, updating government rules is a multi-step process involving identification, drafting, consultation, legislative review, approval, publication, implementation, and ongoing evaluation. Each step is designed to ensure that rules are effective, fair, and responsive to society's needs. The process is complex, but it's essential for good governance. As we look to the future, the process of updating government rules will continue to evolve. New technologies, global challenges, and changing public expectations will shape how rules are made and updated. By understanding this process, we can all play a more informed role in shaping the laws that govern our lives.